With funding from the Department of Education, we developed the Smart Pediatric Belt Cane for visually impaired toddlers. It provides next step tactile feedback and communicates wirelessly with the Smart Mobility app available on the App Store and Google Play. We believe that every visually impaired child deserves a belt cane specialized for his or her needs, so we designed multiple versions, a narrow cane for maneuverability and a wider base for added protection. The cane can have standard wheels, a ball bearing, or a multi-directional wheel. Our favorite design uses a removable double multi-directional wheel for ease of motion in all directions. Besides the standard belt, we developed a belt with rigid plastic inserts for added stability. After it's installed, we'll open it. If you need help measuring, understanding what hip length is or waist circumference, you can click on the Need Assistance button, but otherwise sign up. Manage account. When we have a sensor, we put in the sensor ID to keep track of it. And the date of birth, you can choose a date. You can change your avatar. There's a delete account function at the bottom left. First, when you get this app, you need to understand MVI, Mobility Visual Impairment, and the Pediatric Belt Cane. You need to understand how to perform a Mobility Visual Impairment assessment. So we'll start over here. We have to determine if our subject has mobility visual impairment. We need to know understanding the curriculum. We can watch a video how to do the assessment.
Recognizing mobility visual impairment. What is mobility visual?
And watch a child
Why we
wearing
celebrate
it.
JoJo Day every September 5th. September 5, 2017. JoJo, 4 years old with optic nerve hypoplasia, was described as extremely cautious.
Using the motion tracker, we can connect it. It located a sensor. Now we can go to the AI age prediction. We can also use this to track how much time the child wears the pediatric belt cane. If we have a goal, we can set a goal. So in this case, the goal is set to 180 minutes a day and 90 hours a month, but that can be changed. Now we perform lessons for this child. You can first watch the video.
Lesson plan for introducing a PBC.
And you answer the activity-related questions as they are posed to you. You answer it, submit the results, it gets stored on the cloud and will be saved on a report. At any time, you can view assessments. So if this child had been wearing it for a while, then there would be information in the chart of PVC worn by date. But this is a new account that I just created, so there isn't any data here for this child. There's also minimal assessment data here because I just created the account. But every time I enter assessments for the child, then it will get saved and put on this report. From time to time, you can go back to the motion tracker section, connect the belt cane, it searches for a sensor, sign out, and if you forget your password, there's a reset password option where it emails you a link to reset your password. Because the Fast Forward curriculum is supposed to be individualized, adaptable, it changes over time for each student. So we developed this supervisor console, which is really only for use by Soterix and Safe Titles, that enables us to assign lessons to each child, modify those lessons, assign activities to the lessons, and connect PDFs and videos to the lesson, all within this console. So we don't have to send an update for the app. Simply by managing the database, we can maintain individualization of the curriculum. And each lesson is also recommended for a particular walking developmental age. This is how we assign lessons to students. Once the lesson is made, we can assign it to any student we want. And this is to assign links to lessons. So links are PDFs or videos. We can designate those, create a link for the video or PDF within the lesson. And some activities could have benchmarks, so there's a target. When you answer the assessment questions, there's a particular goal. To develop the machine learning model, we started by collecting walking data from more than 100 sighted children. We collected the data by recruiting parents online and mailing them a smart belt asking them to collect data from their children, take a video of the data collection procedure, mail us back the tracker with the data stored on it, and send us the video. Unfortunately, many parents were not compliant with the full data collection procedure, so most of the data had to be discarded. However, with the data that remained, the good data, our model was able to successfully predict walking developmental age based on binary classification with a success rate of 84%. We then advanced to collecting data from dozens of visually impaired toddlers to train the model on them as well. We also tested the app on 47 parents and orientation and mobility specialists. Users rated our app with an excellent average score of 79 on the system usability scale. We also received very positive responses on questions about the app related to the Flow and Scientific Foundation, as well as questions we asked the participants about the app's impact.